up? What's up? That's right. Continuing in our techno series, here's just the third patch from this stream. It has a somewhat inaccurate name of Old Techno. I mean, it does have a 4-on-the-floor kick drum, and it has a sine cloud, but it's not really a finished techno song. It's okay. So if you were here last time, you saw me try to put together a 90s techno sound. I don't know if I exactly got there, but I got pretty close, I think. So today, again, I'm going to use the minimal dub generator as my starting point. That's this one. And today, instead of making 90s techno, we are going to make minimal techno. I know what that is, but I haven't planned this quite as detailedly in my mind, so I'm just going to wing it. It's all good. Yeah. So we may end up using them later, but let's... Okay, let's just leave the drum synths where they are. They're not hurting anybody. But I am going to get rid of this synth here, because I don't know if I want it yet. And I think I'm going to need... let's put this cleanup task over here. I'm going to get rid of the second 8-channel mixer. I'm going to get rid of the stream mixer and just have a compressor here at the end. When I'm making techno, especially on the Nord Micro Modular, the compressor costs me, what does it cost me? 8 or 9%? 8.3%. But man, it's worth it. It really smushes your beats together, and I mean that in a positive way in this case. And it prevents clipping, which in a live situation is pretty much invaluable. It's not that a compressor prevents clipping, but it effectively prevents that from happening. You see there's a limiter here of ODB. You could go down lower if you wanted, but I don't even have the volume maxed on this guy, but I like knowing that I'm not going to do digital distortion of the non-voluntary kind into a speaker system. That would be bad. Of course, these days I rarely make techno that goes into speaker systems. More of a YouTube guy these days. This is a strange trip I've been on, but here I am. But, I still got that huge reverb on from the last time. Let's dial that back a bit. The big reverb is plate 2. The normal reverb is hall 2. There we go. That's more reasonable. Great. So anyway, I got the 3 drum sounds here. For my minimal techno, I am going to want 3 drum oscillators. I also want 2 percussion oscs. You see me use these before, but not as much as the drum sound sequencers. But for this, it's they're pretty much perfect. Because the percussion oscillator is 4.9%, but it's got these options like punch, click, and it's got a built-in envelope in itself. So it can get us a lot of the way towards the weird minimal sounds I'm going to be going for. So I can see from the setup here, this output is going into the kick drum, which means in the event sequencer, the bottom channel will be our kick drum. That doesn't give any sequencing to any of these other guys. So I'm going to make a couple of event sequencers right here. I can already tell I'm not going to be able to follow my overly hierarchical module placing rules. I don't know if anybody, probably I'm the only person in the world who cares about that. But whatever. So let's just wire these guys together and plug them into the main clock here. And they can be the sequencers for our other drum sounds. Now they're only 16 steps long. Well, I think in a moment you'll see how I get around that limitation. I have the feeling too we're going to be using my old trick of feeding the velocity inputs of the drum synths as well. Yeah, I guess we'll get to that when we get to that. So, real minimal techno is often made these days in computers using samples. And part of the minimalness of it is just that they can use very non-traditional sound sources as their drums, as their percussion, as little hits of sound that I guess they function as percussion in the sense that yeah, I mean they do. They help drive the tempo of the beat along. Sometimes, if you look at a guy like Akufen, and I really like Akufen, you might even hear them deliver some kind of melody. But, oh man, okay, I'm going to have to switch the outputs. But yeah, they perform a very important role in the rhythmic life of the song. What I just did was programmed a kick drum pattern, but my kick drum is wired into the bottom thing, so I'm just going to take a moment and if I do that, that'll screw everything up. I think I can just take this output of the mixers, put it in here. There we go. Now our tempo is still at something very fast from before. We were at 140. Oh, wait, what? Oh, this is patch settings. No, that's not the right thing. Where the heck is that? Is it in preferences? There it is, our MIDI clock. So we still want it to be internal. We still want this global sync to be 4, but I want to go down to a more, this is where techno lives in the modern world. More like this. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm going to dive all the way down to the last preset. Yeah. Now, I hope you got headphones on for this one, because you're going to need them. That's an awesome sound, but I want to dial the decay back ever so slightly. So it's a pretty typical kick drum pattern here for the most part. I should really take advantage of the fact that we have, well, I'm going to need it for something melodic later. So yeah, I'm going to leave the second channel there and just move on to the next instruments. I think those are out of sequence. Let's do this again. Yeah. That's right. Okay, let's do some snare tweaking. cymbal. I like the first one best. No, not the toms. I think I want more click in there. Dial the decay back. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to set this sequencer to 32 steps so that it still loops, but it'll be essentially silent for every other bar. And then I'm going to put some other beats on there. Now those are driving these two guys here. Oh, I forgot. I want digitizers in this mix here. There it is. To make minimal techno stuff, I also often make heavy use of the digitizer to give it a sort of artificial or computerish tone. That's them, but they're not going to sound like that for long. Well, they don't sound that bad. Yep, that's right. So they're going to be two very different sounds. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Now I want to get a control signal mixer. I'm going to keep it over here with the other guys. And I'm going to make an LFO, which is going to be clocked random step generator. I'm going to make another one, which is just a, what's that called? Constant. Yep. Doesn't cost me anything. And feed these into here. If I recall correctly, I want to set constant at about 20 something. There we go. And then connect this to the master clock. And so the output of this should allow me to modulate the velocity of our percussion oscillators, drum sound oscillators. So I think I'm just going to make another exactly the same. I'm going to adjust some of the settings so that it has a different sound but the same clock, and send this to my snare. Should modulate them a little bit. Okay, we've got an interesting sort of minimal beat going here. Let's give it some melody. Wow, we're down to 84.9. So what can I do that's a little bit cheaper? I think I'll try Spectral Osc. And I'm going to give him... needs a filter of some kind. Let's give him multi-mode since it's cheap. And he needs an envelope. So spectral goes into the input, the low pass out goes into the gate, and the gate goes into the mixer. We're now at 6 voices, quite a few. And Oh, right. So his pitch input is coming out of the 4 sequencers up there. I think that's his pitch. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. That's his gate input. And the pitch of those guys is coming out of these 2 mixers and going into his 2 pitch inputs. So many wires, let's kill some wires here. Okay, at least we can see it now. So our little voice is down here at the bottom, oscillator, filter, envelope. He's got his pitch coming out of the 64 steps worth of sequences up there. And I think I'm going to modulate his spectral shape with one of those clocked random step generators. And let's get him going. So we're going to play some notes on here. Adjust the pitches in the sequencers. Something, if you were in our last stream, I'm almost playing off the melody I got there last time. Maybe you'll hear what I mean in a sec. I'm trying to use the power that the ultra low notes have to sort of cut through the mix and again, sort of with my minimal theme, I've left the end of the melody to the final bars here. I don't know if you can hear what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You like that? So it's sort of like the beat is the boss in the beginning of the... But the synth gets to show up and do something interesting near the end. Let's make it a bit more clocked. I like that. Let's give it a little less decay. Yeah, that's neat. More resonance. So by using keyboard tracking in the quote-unquote wrong direction, I sort of restrict how much musical data the notes are really going to play in those first 3 sequences. The filter is more closed than it would be usually. Try cranking. Yeah, this might do it. Here we go. Here we go. There's a lot of randomness in here because I got frequencies under generative control. It was better with all the partials. That's neat. For me, that's really tying it all together. Oh, maybe I could... let's try this. I'm going to try using the clocked random step generator sources for the digitizers as well. Give them a bit more variation there. You have to listen pretty closely to hear that. Kind of want to change my snare too, sorry. I think what I want is like a pitched up snare. Happened there. Try taking the velocity out of the snare. Hold on a sec here. Sounds good, but I'm really just trying to hear the snare. Nope. Nope. Man, I cannot get that where I want it. That's actually good. Yeah, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Yep. Is this it? Yep. Might have gone too far with that. Yeah, I did. Good. Here we go. 1, 2, Father Moo. What if we put these guys on 32 instead? We're gonna need to do a little bit of a reset here. Hold on. I think that's going to do it for this particular minimal techno thingy. It's not really like a minimal techno song I've made before. I mean, the beat is similar, but the synth thing is weird. But I like it. I love it, in fact. If I had a little bit more processing power, I might put another oscillator in that synth, but for what it is, it's still pretty cool. You didn't see me do it, but I did save the last patch into the synth, as you can see there on 92. So let's save this one as 93. And I'm going to call it Modern. Oh, wait. Just do this, yeah. 92. It should be 93, sorry. Modern techno. May not be minimal techno, but I think modern techno, although I've now spelt it wrong, is the right thing. I'll go back and delete the other one later. So modern techno. You know what? I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna save it. Let's just listen for a bit. Good. Let's go back and listen to his buddy, the Old Skool Techno that we made previously. Oops. Here it is. Sorry about that. Oh, my screen has crashed, although the synth is playing the right patch. Wow, that's interesting. Well, at least you can listen to it. Just listen, even if you can't see it. That's the Old Skool Techno. Let's go to modern techno. And again, this is because of the internal MIDI clock, you're actually hearing Old Skool Techno at the lower speed. I do think that's... The drums here are very Old Skool Techno. Good. So that's going to be it for today. Interesting that we crashed the Nord Modular editor on my PC, but the synth responds just fine. I was using the switches on the outside to change the patches, even though you couldn't see it in the stream. Sorry about that. But yeah, we'll be back with more of this and more of small Eurorack systems very soon. And much love to all the subscribers, all the supporters. You know, I check in, I take a look. If your channel is also a music channel, I will subscribe to it and check it out. And if you're just a person who wants to listen, then that's cool too. It's all good. So I'd love to hear ideas and thoughts in the comments, but honestly, I'm just loving the support from the community, and as we come to the end of the year, I'm very thankful for that. So we'll be back with more very soon. Father Moo, out.